to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we're going to do a little feature on Bob O'Brien. Bob O'Brien is a friend of the club's and a great coach, great hitter, one of the best super major players in the country at his age, at 59 years old. And we're going to visit with Bob and then do a couple follow-up videos in his coaching skills. He has coaching sessions that he does with local guys, and guys even fly in and work with Bob. So we're going to find out how Bob structures his coaching sessions, and I'm going to explore the things that he does and try to outline it to you. And maybe you'd be interested in doing it, but listen to Bob. He's got a lot of good information. So let's meet Bob up close and personal. Enjoy. Hey, as promised, I'm here with the great one, Bob O'Brien, Opie, and he doesn't really know what I got planned for him today. So I'm going to start out with just talking to him about. I reviewed a little bit about what I want to talk about. Talk about your coaching, man. Most people admire you for your hitting and your skills in the game. As one of the, I've asked a lot of guys in the upper level, and I said, who's the best? And 90% of the time your name comes up. So
that's nice to know.
Yeah, well deserved.
Well,
but listen, back to your coaching. I got some clips here from guys you've coached, and they're all really good, positive. And I've observed you. I've listened to your videos, very good videos he's got out there on everything. But I want to know, what's your plan when you get a client that comes to you? What's your plan? What's your map or your routine? Or
well, we usually just start out by taking a good round of batting practice and seeing where they're at, and then with each person, everything changes a little bit. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody has the same problems. So it's always good to take a look and see how they're hitting it and what their swing looks like. And then if we can fix one thing at a time, that always helps a little bit. From the videos, you hear all of the information and you get all of that good stuff. It's good information, but you don't know which of those problems you have. Some of us have feet problems, some of us have hips problems, some of us have hand problems. And so it takes a skilled eye to kind of just look at. I've coached for 30 some odd years in the baseball
You're like
world.
in all Hall of Fame coaches, aren't you?
No, I'm in a couple little Hall of Fames, but no, not. I was an assistant coach for most of my career, and then so I preferred to stay. I didn't want to be at the top. I wanted to be behind the scenes there, and it's more so about the people that you're working with.
You love working with the kids,
and I love watching somebody, that aha moment when the light goes off. Or I just love seeing people get better, especially when they're passionate about what they're doing. Yeah. They feel good about it. And then I like to teach it so I want you to ask questions. Don't do it just because I said to do it. I want you to ask, well, why do you want me to do that? So you understand. And then you become your own coach when I'm not around. So that's the big thing, is to leave something behind where they can fix themselves in the middle of a game. Or they can tell themselves, oh, I know what I did wrong there. So that's what it's all about, is educating the person that you're dealing with to make them better, but also so they understand what they're doing. But a lot of times we do need another set of eyes. So it's great to have a teammate.
Wingman.
Nice to have a wingman to watch you and say, hey, keep an eye on my back foot here, or let me know if my shoulder's flying open. And you got somebody you can communicate with. And Alan and I have been teammates ever since I started senior softball.
He knows you, you know him.
So we bounce things off of each other, and then there's other guys that we trust and know that are educated in the game. So, of course, video analysis, we'll videotape some as well, so they can actually see what we're talking about, because we're all visual learners.
Yes.
It's a lot better when you can see what you're doing and point it out. But a lot of times it's just feel. We'll be halfway through a session, and Terry will say, oh, I know what I bailed on that one, or I flew open on that one, or I dropped my hands on that one. And that's always great feedback and it puts a smile on my face when I know that I've educated them in their own swing, and they're able to self-correct and make adjustments. Red Berry, my pitching coach in Miami, he gave us all a T-shirt that said MTA. And that's all we put on it. And he wanted people to ask us, what does MTA stand for? And it stands for make the adjustment. You got to be able to make the adjustment in life. No matter what's happening to us, you got to be able to make the adjustment. And the little story is that the dinosaurs and the roaches lived on the planet at the same time a long time
ago. And the roaches are still here.
The roaches made the adjustment and the dinosaurs
That's
did.
Darwin's theory. It's not the strongest of species survive or the most intelligent. It's the one most adaptable
There
to
you
change.
go. And
Now,
adaptation and adjustments are of the same thing.
Now, you will use the term adjustments. I don't know what a baseball player is. You probably do. But he said that, maybe it was Joe Morgan. He says that baseball should be called adjustment because that's the big thing. You're adjusting so much, right?
You are.
Yeah.
And then we go into slumps. So that's why it's nice to have a personal coach. I mean, I like to get in, figure out what's wrong. It's like a doctor. You go visit the doctor. There's symptoms. All right, I'm flying out a lot, or I'm grounding out a lot, or I'm a swingaholic. I swing at every pitch. Okay, well, here's some of the things. Then I prescribe some drills to do over the next 3 weeks. It's not going to be fixed in one session. So we prescribe drills to do to get the repetitions in, to get the muscle memory. So, and they say it takes 2,000 repetitions to get rid of a bad habit. And who knows? Some people it's less than that. Some people it's even more than that. So those 2,000 reps you're going to do on your own. So you got to get out there and get your swings in, and it's nice when we can isolate the problem. If it's a stride problem, then just work on the stride. Get the stride fixed before we worry about anything that happens after the stride. So fix one thing at a time, and then understand why you're doing what you're doing, and be able to coach yourself in the long run is my goal for all of my.
That's the key. Okay.
Students.
Well, let me stop you there because we're going to do some more. But what I'd like you to do, because I want to put this out there to open up to my audience, which is growing big time. And you probably have something on your channel already. He has a channel called OBTV, right?
OBTV.
Well, tell the people out there how, if they wanted to contact you, how would they do it? Go to your channel, but go ahead.
Well, the Facebook world is easy because you have the instant messages on Facebook. So you can go to the Facebook account and always just reach out to me there. My cell number's 772-332-5172. Just give me, shoot me a text. Come up to me at a ballpark, whether it's in Florida or wherever we are, and introduce yourself and just say hi. And love to do some one-on-one instruction. That's really where it's all about. Again, the videos are great, full of great information, and people can take some of the information from the video and do it. But there's nothing like having that guy that can sit there. I can watch you take 10 swings, and I'll see if there's a flaw or a disconnect somewhere. I'll usually see it, and that's just because of the years of experience. You know how many swings I've seen, how many pitches I've seen throw. It's just, as you know, you've been around the game a long time, and you can tell when somebody's dropping the back shoulder, when they're flying open, when they're overstriding. It gets pretty easy. A lot of the mistakes are very common, but then there's some special ones when the good hitter might be doing one little thing wrong. And if you can correct that one little thing, all of a sudden, the average goes up 100 points, or the ball starts going 25 feet farther. So it all depends on the level you're at.
Yeah, well. Let me say this about that as far as your coaching, and we'll end it because we're going to go back. We're going to do a little piece with Terry here and watch Bob in action. But there's a lot of people that can do what Bob said, that's been in the game a long time, but he's got the unique ability to take what he sees, translate it into action for you because of that, and he does it very speaks well of it. I was going to use a big word, but then I lost it. Articulate. Yeah, here's where it was. The first day of my new tongue.
Well, there's an expression out there that says those that can't will teach. All right?
It don't fit you, dude, because you can do it with the best.
That's a little. I have that advantage right now. In 10 years, when I won't be able to do, 20 years, in 20 years, when I won't be able to do it like you do. But right now, I still have that. And when we learn something, you want to hear it, see it, and then feel it. Those are the three things. So, hearing it, you can hear it on the videos, okay? You can see it on the videos, but you can't quite feel it on the videos. So, with me, I'll give you all three, and then I'll show you. And it was the same thing when I was a pitching coach. I'm still throwing a curveball at the age of 59 years old. And if a kid's struggling with a curveball, I'll throw it to him and then he'll throw it back to me. So they'll see it right away on exactly. I'm not just telling them how to do it, I'm showing them how to do it so they can feel it, see it, and then do it. And that's the key to learning it.
It certainly is. Let me stop here because we're going to move on. But
Okay.
the next guy we got here is Terry, and he's from our hitting club. And, you know, I work with him a little bit. Dan worked with him. Some other guys work with him a little. We got him on the overlap grip. Bob doesn't like the overlap grip, but that's another story. My point was he came here and he fixed what I told Terry was wrong, but he went farther than that. He's got him being a great hitter. Let's see what he's going to do today. If you want a good coach that can help you through whatever, contact my man Bob here. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did doing it. Now, if you're in the need, you got something going on in your game, you want to get a little help, Bob's certainly the guy to get it. You give it to you. He knows what he's doing. He's helped everybody that I know that we sent to him. So, again, if you like it, give him a call, and please hit subscribe.